your own charity golf game, right?
Hey, that was very sweet of you.
Yes, this is funny, and I'll tell you why. I'm hearing all about this from Gary, who's the only one who can remember stuff. So Robin has a charity, and
she does nothing.
I donate everybody else.
I know.
That's good.
What a gal.
So one of the things that it's one of these charity auction things people donate money for. How much money to?
$7,000.
All right.
Yeah.
So a bunch of Wall Street dudes won the right to go golfing with Stuttering John, Jackie, and Gary.
Yeah.
And the Wall Street guys, you said nice guys?
Not only did it cost them $7,000 just to get us there, we went to their club, which they paid for, rented clubs for us. The guy brought us to the pro shop and outfitted us.
Wow.
These guys didn't have the proper clothes to go on the course.
Yeah, these guys.
There were proper clothes.
I mean, nobody told us what to wear.
Did Jackie have the right clothes?
Oh, yes. Jackie.
Well, I can't hear you.
Jackie did have the right clothes, but still took the free clothes.
Right. When the guy outfits you, what does he buy you?
We bought shorts and a shirt, but I looked at the price tag. The shorts were like $60 and the shirt was like $90.
Wow.
The guy was goofing on Gary because,
But if you buy in the golf shop, it's always a lot of money.
Right.
$90, for the shirt.
Right. That's crazy.
Then, of course, they took us out to dinner. They bought us beer all day, and, everything.
Yeah, Gary said these guys are loaded.
Yeah, Wall Street guys.
No. I mean, Jackie and John were loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded on honey.
You know how John always says, like, he doesn't drink during the week and he's having all these hemorrhoid problems, and I say it's related to drinking? Gary said these two guys, especially John, were so loaded.
He was slurring at dinner. And Jackie was slurring, too. You were, too.
What's going on? I thought you don't drink during the week.
How many? I know, but it was a circumstance. We were playing golf.
A special occasion.
Yeah, it was. I was celebrating my birthday, and, just
a special day. Today's your birthday.
I know, but, I was hoping I was doing something today.
What?
I was hoping that, the day would go until today.
And the wackiest thing of the day, Howard, I got to tell you.
How many beers did he have?
It had to be between 10 and 15.
Oh, Gary.
How many?
And then you smoked weed, right? You and Jackie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what put me over, because,
Oh, no, I'll tell you where his problem starts.
Where does his problem start?
I think he's normal because I'm whacked.
Right.
But we get to dinner, and the guy can hardly keep his chin off the table, and he orders martini.
Yeah. Yeah, he had like
you don't think you have a drinking problem?
I was having a good time. Hey, Jackie was drinking Jackie. Gary, you were drinking.
I had one beer the whole day. I was drinking club soda.
Because you know what? Gary said to himself, I got to go to work the next day.
Yeah, no, I got home at 9 o'clock.
And I even said, I
didn't stay out late or anything.
I had one beer. I'll go home. I'll walk into work exhausted the next day. And John will walk in happy. John walks in. He's like, hey, how you doing?
He's not exhausted at all.
Yeah, he's not exhausted at all.
He's not exhausted from drinking?
No.
But, it's really weird that if you do anything that John does, it doesn't mean you're doing it to excess, but if you do it, it means he's all right.
Yeah, but John loves to drink, and John becomes... I've seen John in action, and he becomes consumed with getting that drink. Like, as soon as you get there, he's always like, hey, where's the beers? How are we going to get beers? Like, we went to the
drinks right away.
We went to the dysfunctional family picnic, and right away, it was John saying to me, you want beers, right?
No, I thought you wanted it.
Did you? Yeah. You were real worried about me. You want beers, right?
Let him get his own beer.
Yeah, I'll get beer.
And the other funny thing...
It's just one of those guys that says beers.
Right. But the other funny thing about John...
beers. It is pluralized. I don't know why.
No, I'm going to get some beer.
Pluralized.
No.
It's plural, not pluralized.
Yeah, I mean...
But it's funny because the other thing that's funny about John, I noticed, is that his taste in alcohol is a lot bigger when somebody else is paying.
Right.
So all of a sudden it's like, I'll have Kettle One martinis.
Grey Goose.
Grey Goose. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous. It wasn't because I drink any less if I'm paying.
So what happened? You guys went out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
John starts drinking beer. Right away was he like, where's the beer?
Well, pretty much as soon as we got outfitted and we went right over to the clubhouse, and right away the guy said...
I gotta tell you, Gary shops like a woman.
Yeah, no, I'm a chick when it comes... I can't decide...
They were goofing on him because he's like...
He's
taking a year.
What?
He's like taking a year. He's picking shirts. He's trying them on. He's seeing if he likes it. It's like, just take something and go.
Dude, look at yourself. What are you worried about?
That's not the funny
Yeah, what, are you gorgeous?
No, I couldn't
on anything.
I couldn't decide what color. And,
Hold on.
Why, you think you look better in other colors?
I don't know.
That's what the guy said. Gary looked at my clothes, and the guy goes, God, do you see what you're wearing?
In the meantime, John, let me tell you something. John gets the shorts and the shirt, and he tucks the shirt in the front, and his belly is so protruding.
Right.
I mean, when he walked out, everyone goes,
Not nearly as big as your lips.
Hold on. The funniest thing is Gary shopped for half an hour, then we got back to the locker room, he goes, Oh, I thought I bought shorts. I bought long pants.
Gotta go back.
To take them back and return.
So how long does it take you to get dressed?
We were done in 20 minutes.
Then, Howard, then the shirt he picks is bright yellow.
Right.
All the guys in the course of goofing him calling him flashlight.
Right. You're unbelievable. Why bright yellow? You think you look tan in it?
I just like the shirt.
You look like the sun.
All right, so anyway.
It didn't look like it took him half an hour to pick it.
Did you guys goof on him the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
We never saw each other. Yeah. We immediately split into 3 different groups.
Oh.
Like each one of us got assigned to a group, so I hardly saw these guys while we were golfing. John was behind me.
Yeah, so we were goofing on him. Well, he didn't hear us, but, you know.
Oh, I see. Because Gary was saying, and rightly so, man, you've got a drinking problem.
Oh.
We know Jackie does.
I don't know that you have a drinking problem, but I do know that you can't enjoy yourself unless you drink.
That's not true.
Yesterday,
to me, I don't love golf. So the only reason you think you go golfing is...
Gary hits it right on the head. You cannot enjoy yourself unless you're drinking. You become consumed with getting a beer. You do. You do. Admit it. You're right away. You're like, where are we going to get beers? We got to get beers.
If yesterday was alcohol free, it's just not the same day for you.
I would hate golf if I had to, you know.
And you would hate everything if you couldn't drink.
Right.
I mean, Howard, I'm not that in love with golf. The only reason you get in your place to hang out and have a few beers.
He won't even hear. Even Jackie says his head is almost hitting the table, and he orders a martini. It's not like he needs another drink.
He was really, really drunk and slurring like crazy.
I wasn't driving. What did I care?
Yeah, he wasn't driving. Jackie was driving.
There's no reason to drink on the golf course. It's so beautiful out there. You don't have to slow up and down.
There was airplanes flying over us every 10 seconds. It was like getting beautiful.
And Jackie and John they're Cramden and Norton. They just bicker and bicker about everything.
I know.
I didn't start.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's almost like it's not Jackie.
What were they bickering about?
Just stupid. Just
Jackie goofs on me constantly.
Yeah, Jackie goofs on John constantly. And John fires back, and then sometimes it goes to jokes, one up, and then sometimes it's not so funny.
Right.
Well, we could be with a gang of people, and all I have to do is go.
Yeah.
That makes them crazy.
That's sorry.
Nobody else even hears. Like Niagara Falls.
You can do it quietly in the car.
There's a plane flying over.
You don't even have to work hard to piss him off.
So we're out having dinner, and there's this. So Jackie thinks. They tell us that this guy tells good stories, right? This guy's going to come in, but Jackie thinks Jackie gets the wrong guy, so this old guy comes over to the table, and Jackie's like, "Come on, tell us a joke." The guy's like, "Oh, I just had a kitty, removed. I don't tell jokes." Jackie's like, "Come on, tell us a joke." The poor guy's like, "I just had a kitty removed. I don't tell jokes." They got the wrong guy.
Jackie gets belligerent.
So what happened? You got loaded on the golf course, and then you smoked weed before dinner.
Yeah, Jackie.
Yeah, when does the weed come?
Jackie,
that's in the car on the way to dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jackie, what?
No, it was funny because we were. I guess I can say this. We were passing the weed from car to car.
I'm sure the guys would really appreciate that, John.
I didn't say
they didn't smoke. You guys did.
Yeah.
Why don't you pass it?
Well, and then
you go to dinner and you order a martini.
No, first there's a couple of beers, and it was like you had 3 martinis at dinner.
No, I had one.
No, you had more than one.
I didn't drink the other one.
Oh, he ordered 2, but only drank 1.
No, I didn't order. He just brought it over. I guess he thought that's what I wanted. But after the first martini, I went back to beer.
Right.
So you didn't stop drinking.
Oh, of course.
Really, John, jokes aside, how many beers did you have yesterday?
I told you. I would guess I probably had about 6 to 10 while playing.
Right.
Then a martini, maybe another 5 at dinner.
And some weed.
And weed.
And
you don't think you have a problem?
I would say 2 joints.
Gee.
2 joints? How do you...
And you know what's funny?
I can't take a hit.
He doesn't even see himself because what happens, he has a hat on, and the hat comes off, and his hair, he puts it back on, but like the hair's all disheveled. He looks like a wacky scientist, and he's drinking, his hair's all over the place.
I was sitting next to the guy who paid. I like
this is for charity.
Yeah, Howard, I'm sitting next to the guy who paid, and at one point I looked over, and John was like cross-eyed, and his nose was like in his food, and I hit the guy and said, $7,000 right there.
What an entertaining evening.
They got their money.
It was a good time, and they were a good bunch of guys,
Right.
I had 1 beer the whole day, probably like on the 3rd hole.
Right. Well, that's John.
It's a whole different thing, though.
John
to celebrate.
Well, you know what? The guys heard me bitching because they were asking me about, what goes on here and everything, and I was definitely bitching. I mean, you know how you always talk about the lead singer in the band?
Yeah.
That's how I feel among my group.
Right.
Because, if John's late, or even if Jackie's late, it's no big deal. But if I'm late, it's a bigger difference. I get, it's more crap, and I help get the show prepared. So I always feel like I have to restrain myself to make sure that I'm in on time, and these guys don't seem to care about it as much.
No. I was not on time. I mean, it didn't affect my job.
No, but who knows how it affects your job?
You see how he's locking up today. He always stutters worse on a night after.
So we like that.
It's a big night.
Yeah.
He's functioning better.
I'm doing it for the show.
Take the bullet.
And then what'd you do when you got home? Did you go back to Long Island or you stay in the city?
I had some more beers.
No, I stayed in the city.
He doesn't have a Long Island home anymore.
Oh.
No, I do. But
You went into the city? He's got 2 homes.
But he's getting rid of the Long Island. He's moved into the city.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking of
No kidding.
Yeah.
You going to give up your Long Island home?
Well, it's just a business move, you know.
Oh, you a little tight on funds?
Lack of business move.
Oh, no, I just
Lack of business.
No, here's what,
Tell me what's going on.
what I think is going on is that John's wife, as an actress, is trying to get work. No, she's worked.
Sorry.
As an actress trying to get work. I think she would feel better in the city. I think the suburbs probably isn't her bag. They got the house. They gave it a try. They moved into the city to have an apartment in the
You're
city.
going to raise 2 kids in that 1-bedroom apartment?
Yes.
Oh, no, I got a big apartment now.
Where did you get a big apartment?
In the same building that I've been in, but now
How many bedrooms?
It's 1 bedroom, but it's big. It's big. It's not a small 1 bedroom. It's a big 1 bedroom. So the kids are going to have their own room.
But what is it? The kids are going to have their own room.
Yeah.
So you'll have the bedroom.
Each kid gets their
No,
own
they
corner.
have the bedroom.
And where will you guys sleep?
I turned the living room, which is really big, into a bedroom and the...
Wait, let me understand. Start again, Gary. Ask him those questions.
How do you turn... Okay, the kids sleep in the bedroom, so now you have one big living room, but how do you turn that into another room?
You put up a curtain, and then you have a bed in the back, and then you have a curtain, and then you have a living room.
He's going to turn that apartment into a tenement.
It's like backstage at the theater.
Wow.
Curtains and
so
robes.
each kid, as Jackie said, each kid gets his own corner?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I have a house, and I'm not going to have a place in Bill, I'm just going to downsize, I think.
You're going to downsize a little.
He's hoping Jackie will give him a house.
I have a huge house. I don't use half the room. You saw there's just rooms that I don't use.
Really? I didn't know that.
Did you know it was a big house with no...
It didn't look that big to me, and it looked like each room was filled with tons of junk.
Did you ever go upstairs?
We haven't unpacked.
Yeah.
Upstairs is a little bit bigger, but downstairs, you're right. There's a room that I think is supposed to be the game room that just has posters in it and a lot of stuff that's unpacked.
I was supposed to put a pool table in there, but I just, you know.
Yeah, it's a big empty room.
I just never got around to it.
Right.
So now he's going to put up curtains in the living room.
I got to see what to do, and I'm going to go over there.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have a party there.
Good. Good, I want to see that.
But the kids will be home that night, right?
Of course not. They're going to be home when I'm having a party. What are you nuts?
Where are you going to put them?
In the closet.
In a drawer.
Don't suck on the mothballs. Still okay?
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I remember when he was going to get the pool table. It was either the pool table or pay taxes. So he went with the taxes.
Or beer. Flip the coin.
Or beers. Daddy's an alcoholic.
No, I'm really not.
Really?
I mean, I don't drink all the time.
You could quit anytime?
No, he couldn't quit. We determined that.
We asked you if you would just stop for a month and see if it would help your hemorrhoid, and you said you couldn't really do that.
Hemorrhoid.
My hemorrhoid's fine right now.
He couldn't quit between Utopia Parkway and the Midtown Tunnel.
Look who's talking, you know.
Well, he's an admitted drunk.
Yeah.
And you drink more than him. So what do you think?
He knows he can't stop.
That's how I got my job.
The deli has people going home and bought an extra 6-pack for the ride.
We were out of gas.
Is that true?
How does that help the car?
They put it in the tank.
If you would have seen the two of them, you wouldn't have let either of them ride in the back seat, much less drive. Jack, you
have 3 signs.
You were slurring too, just not as bad as John.
That's funny because John has Jackie as his designated driver.
I take
Right.
Yeah, John throws it on Jackie. He's like, "You're driving now. I'm just going to take funnels of alcohol."
Right.
That was his last words as his nose went into the martini.
Yeah.
I'm not driving.
And then he had 5 more beers.
And you know, Howard, I have to tell you, you know how you hate taking pictures? The restaurant that we were at, they had like the Wall of Fame.
Right.
And it was really, you know, they had everybody from like Penthouse Pet, Leslie Glass, to like, you know, guys who were in The Godfather, all these different guys. And we look up there, Jackie actually pointed out, there's a picture of you from around, you know, 1987. Your hair is huge.
Right.
And you're wearing the black leather jacket. Then they took a picture of Fart Man that they cut out of a magazine.
Oh, dear.
And then it says, Howard Stearns and Tony. And Stearns was spelled Stearns.
Yeah.
It's a beauty.
So you did the golf thing.
Yeah.
And you said that. Can you tell the part where you... never mind. You don't have to tell that part.
I didn't hear this.
No.
Nah. We'll spare the other guys.
Yeah.
All right.